What's going on, everybody? This is Coach Nick, and today we're going to talk about acronyms. An EMOM, an AMRAP, Tabata, whether or not the set comes before the reps or the reps comes before the sets, if that's intensity, if that's seconds, if you actually really mean I have to run 400 meters. We're going to talk about it all. I'm going to give you the general ideas of a couple workouts that you will probably see in the gym, and then maybe briefly touch on some other abbreviations that we might use so that you know, or if you see other people using them, you'll be able to identify those abbreviations. So one of the first workouts you will probably see, I know I use it a lot in my circuit classes, is going to be what we call an EMOM. Now, what the heck does that mean? Basically, when you have a clock, where the clocks generally are always going to start at 0, right? It's going to be set so that you have a number of rounds, and then each round is going to equal 1 minute. So our clocks at the gym, or if you use a workout timer at home, they should have this EMOM setting on there. Basically what you'll do is select the number of rounds you want to be working. So if it's a 10 round EMOM, if it's a 12-minute EMOM, you'll set it to what you need, and then ideally what's going to happen is you're going to have a 1 minute timer counting, and then you will have the clock beep or some sort of signal every single minute that's going to tell you, okay, that minute's done, we're going to the next round. Next up, one of the most typical workout styles and abbreviations that you'll see, AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. So AMRAP 20 min. That means that for 20 minutes, you are going to be doing as much or as many rounds or repetitions of the work that's listed below here as you can. The next workout style that you'll probably see a lot of and will be abbreviated is a Tabata. Now, Tabata doesn't stand for anything really. What it means is you will have a work and a rest interval. So usually you'll see it written as maybe 30 seconds dash 20 seconds. What that means is you're going to have 30 seconds of work, and then you'll have about 20 seconds of rest. This will be sometimes followed by an X12. This means that you will be going through 12 rounds of work and then 12 rounds of rest. Okay? So that clock is going to beep a total of 24 times for you. If it's times 12, generally we'll say we'll have 3 movements here, right? And it'll be right underneath so you know what you're doing. But with this, what that means is that first time that clock starts, for 30 seconds you'll be doing this movement number 1. Then you'll rest for 20 seconds. Next time the clock beeps here, you'll be going to round 2. So you'll do the second movement for 30 seconds. Then you'll rest for 20 seconds. The clock beeps again. You'll go to movement 3 for round 3. Do 30 seconds of work. Then you'll have your 20 seconds of rest. And then when this clock goes all the way back around to round 4, you're going to be going back to movement 1. And you'll repeat that cycle around and around until you hit 12 rounds. Some other workout styles before we get into the specific abbreviations that you might see in our gym will be a 4-time workout. Usually with these we provide a time cap. And all these 2 phrases mean is whatever's written on that board, if you have to do 100 burpees 4-time, you're going to be doing as many burpees as you can do as quick as you can do it. So that is 4-time. You're trying to do a record. If you're doing a 4-time workout, sometimes we don't really know how long it is going to take. It might take some people 15 minutes. It might take other people 25 minutes. So we want to make sure everybody's getting a good workout in, staying on schedule, and not overworking or beating themselves up too much. So we'll put a time cap on something. So the likelihood that we're going to be able to perform really well on those 100 burpees is really low. So we might time cap it and say, well, when I was fresh, it took me about 10 minutes to do 100 burpees. So now that I'm tired, let's put a time cap on there and say 15 minutes. Once 15 minutes hits, you're done. Wherever you're at, if you got to 40, if you got to 85, if you're at 95, you stop. That way you're not overworking yourself, you're giving yourself 15 minutes of extra work, and that's it. All right, so now we're gonna get into just a quick little flashcard idea here of abbreviations and what they mean. DB, dumbbell. BB or bar, barbell. 1B or band, or even banded, which means you're using one of these guys, an elastic band. 1P means press, also synonymous with SP or strict press. PP, I did in fact just say PP, is push press. SQ, squat. BSQ, back squat. FSQ, front squat. BP, bench press. We don't use it too often, but if you ever see it, LB. So I know when I do my programming, I refer to it as LBX. That stands for low back extension or a Superman. WB, wall ball. SB, slam ball. KB, kettlebell. WT is weighted. WT lunges, weighted lunges. We're not doing body weight lunges. We are going to be adding an external weight to those lunges, making them a little bit more difficult. We have OH and HS. So this could refer to an overhead tricep extension, an overhead press, some sort of overhead work. HS stands for handstand. HSPU stands for handstand push-up. We have S2O and G2O. S2O refers to shoulders to overhead. What that means is basically you have some object on your shoulders or in a front rack and you have any means possible to get that weight overhead. So if you're going to be doing a push jerk, if you're going to be doing a simple strict press, it's up to you. Your goal is just to get that weight from your shoulders overhead. G2O is very similar in the essence of you have a weight that's on the ground to overhead. You have to get that weight up into a front rack and over your head. So if you're going to clean it and then jerk it, if you're going to snatch it, that is a very progressive movement. It's a very good kind of accessory movement for a lot of the Olympic lifting, but that is what those two acronyms mean. DL, deadlift. SDL stands for sumo deadlift. RDL stands for Romanian deadlift. KBS stands for kettlebell swing. T2B refers to toes to bar. What these mean, respectively, is clean or a squat clean, power clean, hang clean, snatch or a squat snatch, power snatch, and then a hang snatch. Olympic movements, but now you know the acronyms for them. So I hope that helped you guys understand a lot of the acronyms and a lot of maybe the slang that you will hear in the gym or in the videos. I know I probably forgot a lot of them, so if you run across any or you know right off the top of your head that there's a couple that I missed, please leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to give you the meaning of them or the explanation for them. Other than that, make sure you leave a like on the video and share it with your friends, especially those that you know will benefit from it, and spread the word about our channel. Thanks.